Okay, so for exercise 10, you need to make this this bathtub, and that is a common thing you draw with interiors projects. So it's good to look at the basic approach there, and you can draw the outside obviously using the rectangle command that you've been using already. Let's get rid of my palette there. So starting at 6,300, comma 5,000, and then the size is 16. So I'm going to put at 1675, comma 760. That gives you the outer edge of the bar, and then it tells you here that the top edge is 65 mil, and so that's the distance between the inner and the outer shapes. And you can use offset to then put in that distance, 65, enter, choose the outer edge and then pick inside that. Then you're given the steps for fillet. Even though you've used fillet before, you wouldn't have used this option to set it to choose a polyline. And so the process basically is to choose fillet, type R and then enter to set a radius, and that's going to be 150. Enter, and then you can type P as the second option and then enter and click anywhere on this inner edge, and it'll fillet all of those corners with the same radius. Okay, so you'll see you can fillet rectangles and just choose one part the same way you do with lines. Undo that. But it's handy if you need to fillet all of the corners the same amount to use that polyline option, just to save you some time. The plug hole, you're told up here it's 65 mil, and with things like this, I'll show you a way to get it centred, but again, just think practically about the way this is going to be used. When you're drawing in a bathtub or a sink, you're not going to be designing them. Essentially they're chosen from a catalogue, and they just need to look roughly the way they do in the catalogue. You can, that's right, that's what I'm saying. So when you're drawing a circle here, you could by eye just choose what looks like the centre to you, and I mean centre in terms of up and down. So about there would be about right. And then type in the, well, it's telling me here 75 mil diameter. So if I've used centre radius, then I could type in half of that, 37 and a half. Or I could go and draw with centre diameter. And then again, just click roughly and type in 75. So that'd do. Because they're not going to build the bath based on your drawing anyway. It's already made in the factory, and you just have to get the overall size right. But I will show you, if you're fussy and you want to have things centred, I'll show you a way of doing that, and it's good just to practice these things. So again, with centre diameter, this time I'm going to see down the bottom that I have O-track turned on and O-snap. And so if you remember with the table and chairs, you are hovering over points to get it to track. And that's there where it brings up these dashed lines. It's an extra thing. It's a nice little trick in AutoCAD, which is handy sometimes, but not essential at all. And so because it's tracked that midpoint on the left, I know then it's centred in terms of up and down. I don't need to worry. I'm not going to worry too much about how far I come out there. We're given a distance 200 mil from the inner edge. Up here it tells you. So I could just look at the coordinate readout there, and you can see it's 199.7. That's close enough for me. And then 75 is the diameter. So it's a chance to try out those extra little options, but otherwise that would be fine. Exactly, yeah. So I'll finish.